everyone, in today's video I will be sharing this spinach, chicken and mushroom. It's gonna be creamy and it's really delicious. So in here I have chicken that I marinated for a few hours with some garlic, salt, black pepper, salt and other sauce, and I have about 16 ounces of mushroom in here. And then I'll be using 1 whole medium white onions and 4 cloves of garlic. And then to make it creamy, I'll be using mozzarella cheese. This is about 1 cup of mozzarella, and I'll be using the whole bag of this spinach. So let's get started. So I'll be using my iron skillet to sear my chicken. I'm not gonna cook the chicken all the way. I just want it to be seared and brown on both sides. That way it gives it a really nice color. So I'll be adding some oil in here. I'm adding about 4 tablespoons to 6 tablespoons of oil in here. And I'm gonna let this get hot. And then once it's ready, I will add my chicken. The oil is ready, so now let's add some of the chicken. And we're gonna sear this for 10 minutes on each side. Everyone, the timer is done, so I'm gonna flip my chicken. So I timed this for 15 minutes and then my heat is on medium. Alright, we're gonna continue cooking this and cook this for another 15 minutes, and then I will repeat this, the steps until I cook all the chicken. Alright everyone, I'm gonna take this out and cook the rest of my chicken. I'm gonna leave the legs in here because they're not really brown yet. Alright, so I'm gonna let this cook for about 10 to 15 minutes, and once it's done, I'll be back. Alright everyone, I finally finished cooking my chicken. So now we're gonna start making the cream, the spinach and the mushroom and stuff like that. So I'm gonna use the same oil as I have in here, and I'm gonna add my onions and garlic. So I'm just gonna add this. So I'm just gonna let this saute for about 2 to 3 minutes, but I'm gonna stir it up, that way it will not burn the garlic. This is smelling so delicious, everyone. I love the smell of the garlic. Alright, I'm gonna let this saute for about 2 to 3 minutes and I'll be back. Alright everyone, my timer is up. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add my spinach. So I'm gonna use a bunch of the spinach because I know they'll go down a little bit. So with this, everyone, I'm gonna cover this for a little bit. That way the spinach will kind of go down. Just right now, they look like there's plenty. Alright, so I didn't use all of the 16 ounce. I have this much left. You know, it's like a fourth left. So now I'm gonna put a lid on this one and let this cook for like maybe a minute. That should enough to bring down the spinach. So as you can see, everyone, the spinach goes down. It went down already. It looks like it was plenty, but alright, so now I'm gonna put my mushroom. These are perfect together. Yes. Okay. Alright. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna season this with salt and black pepper. Alright, now I'm going to season this with black pepper, just a little bit. Okay. Then some salt. Alright. Then I'm going to add a little bit of, what is this? Italian seasoning on this. This is just an optional. If you don't like Italian seasoning, that's perfectly fine. Just a little bit, maybe a pinch. I love using Italian seasoning, everyone. So now we're gonna give this a mix. And keep in mind the mushroom will have, will produce liquid. So I'm not adding anything in this one. I might add some Worcestershire sauce, but I'm not really sure yet. So not too much spinach. I'll probably add the rest of the spinach. That way it kind of balances the mushroom. So I'm using the entire bag of spinach, everyone, because it's kind of like not balanced for me. So it's 16 ounces of mushroom and 16 ounces of spinach. So now I'm just gonna cover this. That way it will goes down. Alright, everyone, I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredients. So with this one, I'm gonna add just a little bit of milk. You don't have to, but I decided to add milk. So I'm gonna add about 1/2 to a cup. I'm just eyeballing this. So that's all I'm gonna add. Then I'm gonna add the mozzarella cheese. Yes, we're doing some cheese in here. So the mozzarella cheese is about 1 cup, everyone. This is gonna be very creamy. Alright, so now I'm gonna just give this a mix. And if it needs some salt, you know, feel free to add more salt. So I'm gonna wait till the cheese is melted, and then I'll add the chicken. Alright, so I'm gonna taste the sauce, make sure I don't need any more salt. Alright, so I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. about 1/2 teaspoon. And then I need to add more pepper. Remember everyone, you can adjust this however you want. You don't have to add cheese if you don't want to, you know. This is just something that I came up with that I think my husband and daughter would enjoy. I didn't have any other cheese, that's why I'm using mozzarella cheese. But if you have Parmesan probably better. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put my chicken back. So this is a 1 skillet recipe. You have your chicken, you have your spinach as your side, so it's perfect. Alright. And I'm gonna slow cook this, everyone. I'm gonna let this cook in medium for about 15 minutes, okay? So we're gonna add some sauce on the top of this. This is gonna be so delicious, everyone. And plus the flavor of the chicken will add more to the vegetable. Alright, so I'm gonna pour the sauce. Alright, I'm gonna let this cook for about 15 minutes on medium. Alright everyone, this is done. So I let this cook for about 15 minutes and this is how it looks right now. So I'm gonna let this sit and let it rest for like maybe 10 minutes because my husband is not home yet, and so when he's home we're gonna start eating. So everyone, this is the plate from my husband. So he is on his way home, so I get food ready. Then by the time he gets home, it's all ready to eat. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. This is very easy to do, and with the cheese, everyone, you don't have to add it. You can just use the cream of chicken, but I decided to use cheese and milk. So until next time, everyone, bye bye.